Hi, this is Shifu Aaron at Dragon Phoenix Kung Fu in Asheville, North Carolina. Today's question is, what is internal martial arts training? And this is a big one because, we can say what it's not, and then there's a whole lot of things that it is, and it depends, it varies on different martial arts styles. If we're talking about Tai Chi, and Xingyiquan, really, the master training is Zhanzhuang, or standing postures, standing meditation. And from the outside perspective, it's like, I'm not doing anything. You're just standing there, holding posture, like perfect posture, and just relaxing into your body. Honestly, it's a big Kung Fu secret for developing really great power, internal power. What internal training is not is like going to the gym. Going to the gym, you're usually working on your external muscles. Internal training, we have part of the reason why it's called internal is that the musculature from which your body is moving. So we're not, when you're tensed up here, you're all locked in your outside muscles. Everything's tensed. These are the muscles that you can see and you can flex, and everyone's like, oh yeah, you're ripped. The muscles that we're looking for internal is the tendons and the ligaments, the ones that are attached to the bones, the internal muscles or core muscles all throughout the entirety of the body. And so typically internal training is very relaxed and calm. And then we've got, if we're talking about Chen style Tai Chi, we've got spirals all and everything, whole body spirals where we're, I can get into fractal geometry and how it's expressed in the body. Again, save that one for another one. Or ask questions about it below. I'm happy to talk about this stuff. This is my life. This is what I love. So another thing that internal refers to is your reflection. So external styles, you're thinking about like how hard you can hit that object or how fast you can move with that. Internal styles, we're more reflecting on the internal palpable feeling. So for example, in internal styles, a general rule of thumb we've got is sink the shoulder, sink the elbow, extend out through the wrist. And when you do this here, you feel this very odd palpable feeling along through the bones. That the martial proverb for this is stretch the tendons, pull the bones. And at first you're like, oh, that feels kind of like weird. But this is us engaging the internal muscular structure. So to do that, you got to stay relaxed. And we're listening on the inside. How does this feel? How am I aware of my feet, legs, hips, back, posture, breathing, tension, all these things. And so we're expanding the mind into the entire body. And there's a lot of what internal is as well. And then we've got all there's the big question, Qi. I know a lot of people get very mystical, metaphorical about it. I like to stay pretty simple, straightforward. I'll have other videos talking about Qi, or you can ask questions below. It's not this magical stuff where I can shoot like energy and like knock people halfway across the room without touching them, or like hit them and steal their Qi or some crazy stuff like that. That's just you can just do yourself a favor by putting that out of your mind. It's any living thing has Qi. There's primordial, postmordial, so forth. It's more of a medical thing that has to do with like life energy flowing through your body. There's not like energy strike stuff. There's some cool, neat stuff, but it's not what most of you guys have been thinking about that. So when I talk about Qi, and we look at Chinese medicine, there are 12 primary meridians that travel through the body, mirrored on both sides of the body. You've got, I believe there's 8 extraordinary meridians and so forth. And it's just life energy traveling through pathways in the body. And when you're, say you've got something going wrong with you health-wise, in Chinese medicine talks about like there's something wrong with that Qi. Maybe there's a blockage. Maybe it's like feeling stressed in an area. And so they're trying to clear the blockage, help the Qi flow more smoothly through your body, because the body knows how to heal and regulate itself. It's developed over like, I don't know how many thousands of years to be very, very intelligent and in harmony with nature and be able to take care of itself. And so going back to Qi and the internal styles, what we're doing is the exercises help the flow of Qi within the body. We're not sending Qi out and like doing crazy stuff. We're helping to nourish our own internal Qi, which helps lead to greater health. I know that still sounds pretty mystical, but if we talk about, I'll go ahead and talk a little bit, and then feel free to ask questions. It, when the mind, the intention, travels to muscles, makes the muscles move, your brain sends an electrical signal. We know this stuff from science. Brain sends an electrical signal. There's more stuff go into that area, and so there's more blood going there, more energy going there, more nourishment going there. That's the big thing happening there. And so when we're moving with the whole body, aware of the whole body, we're helping to nourish our whole body. The whole body gets a lot healthier. So there's a little bit of the internal training there. I could go on. I'm going to stop it here so this doesn't get too long. Again, any questions, thoughts, comments, feel free to put them below. Looking forward to hearing what you have to say. And also always keep it positive. I know there's a lot of people out there on the internet that'll start slinging mud and this and that and all. But we don't have time for that. So we're here to lift each other up, help each other out. So look forward to talking to you soon. Seeing you soon.